children, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So today students, we'll be starting with your first lesson, that is the last lesson by Alphonse Daudet, and he is a French writer. And let us see what his first lesson, that is the last lesson, has to offer. Okay, so before starting, let us know something about the author, students. Well, this person, Alphonse Daudet, is a French writer and is known for his realism, humor and sentiment, all fused into his novels, short stories and whatever he offers. Okay, and this is one very powerful chapter, you may say, which has a lot of meaning to convey and is a very thoughtful and is a very sentimental lesson, you may say. Okay, or you may say a very sensitive lesson. Okay, so this is about a time wherein Germany had taken over France, and it so happened that their education had to be converted from the language French to Germany. Okay, so Germany had taken over France, and this two province, that one is Alsace and Lorraine, was taken over by Germany in 1873. So there was lot of socio-political tensions going on, and you can imagine that how as a nation French had to give up on its language learning of France and had to adapt to German rules and regulations, also impacting their education. So this entire lesson is set in that era, and it has two main characters. The first character is Franz, a schoolboy of 16 years of your age, and then there is a teacher named M. Hamel, who's very strict. Okay, and he is known for being very strict and he is full of rules and regulations. Okay, so this is about the last day of Franz's attending the school. Okay, is it clear? Now as the story starts, we see that this little boy of 16 years, Franz, is late for his school, and as soon as he arrives, he sees the notice board being milled over by people reading the news that now the entire school is taken over by German rule and only Germany will be taught. So everybody is grieved, everybody is sad, and he feels that probably M. Hamel, his French teacher, would scold him for Franz being late to his class. Okay, anyhow, he enters the class and he sees that M. Hamel is kinder than before, is full of compassion and is quieter than before, is calmer than usual. Okay, but his iron ruler was already there. Also, he saw that the classroom was sort of empty and there were only the old mayor, the Hauser, and there was one person sitting. The aged people had come to pay a kind of thanks to this person M. Hamel, and for his 40 years of services. Okay, so he said that M. Hamel, as he entered, he said that have you done your, or have you learned your lesson on participles? To which Franz says that no, he has not, and he was feeling ashamed for not having learned his own mother tongue, that is his own national language, that is French. Okay, so he was feeling ashamed of himself. Well, it was only that day that M. Hamel was kinder and did not say a word or did not scold him, whereas he expected scoldings from his French teacher M. Hamel. Okay, he was a strict schoolmaster. And also Franz could notice that M. Hamel was dressed in formals in his green suit, and this he used to do and wear only on days if it were a special day, say an annual day or a parent teacher meeting or any kind of formal occasion. Okay, so he was the entire atmosphere was sort of grey, and M. Hamel partially also blamed himself for Franz not learning their mother tongue. Why? Because he thought he could not, he should not have sent Franz watering his plants when he had a class, or he should not have taken an off if he wanted to go fishing. Who? M. Hamel. Okay, so he was partially blaming himself, and he blamed himself for not having Franz not having learned French lessons. Okay, then it so happened that after amidst the period he starts to distribute copies of his language, wherein Alsace was written, and he then starts to speak about his mother tongue French. Who? M. Hamel. And he says French is the most beautiful language, it is most logical and clear languages of all the languages. He was carried with a kind of emotion which was new to him, and not new, but he had not confronted this part of his own self. Okay students, so he was emotional and he started to speak about French, and he also imparted this thing to his students, that never lose in touch with your mother tongue, that is French, because when you are under somebody's rule, education or your own mother tongue is the key to your prison. Okay, so when, as we know, this entire France was taken by German rulers, and Prussia, being a part of Germany, had conquered Alsace and Lorraine, and they were in some town of Alsace. Okay, the name of this fictional town is not mentioned. Okay, so M. Hamel during that point of time said that whenever you are taken over by or are in prison or under the rule of some other nation or country, you should not forget your roots, you should not forget your mother tongue in particular, because education and your mother tongue is the key to your prison. You will have a sense of identity, you will have a sense of purpose if you remember your roots and your mother tongue. Okay, so that's why he started to speak about French, and he felt that French is the most beautiful language and something that is we can express our thoughts most clearly, and also it is the most logically correct language. Okay, then this kind when France started to hear M. Hamel, he also started to understand whatever he taught on that very last lesson. So he France started to think that how he wished he could have paid attention in his own earlier life, in his earlier lessons, because grammar lessons never seemed so simple and so easy to grasp. It was also because France felt that he had never ever paid attention or cared to learn what M. Hamel had to offer. Okay, so he started to feel also ashamed. Then he was also carried away in the spirit of nationalism, and he then started to see the pigeons. Now when France saw the pigeons, he was so infuriated, and just like you students, he was also a person of 16 years, and he said, if German would come and rule us, will they also force these pigeons to coo in Germany? Okay, so he started to think to himself, and there's a kind of short monologue wherein he says that, will they also force these pigeons to coo in Germany? That is, will they also force these pigeons to speak in Germany? How cruel of them. Okay, so that was his entire intention, and he was sort of sad about it, and he was also angry that now their nation will be ruled by Germany, that is France will be ruled by Germany, and they had to give in to German rulers. Okay, and also their education will be dominated by Germany, so they'll be all taught Germany instead of French. Okay, and then towards the end we see a different side of M. Hamel, who was otherwise a very strict teacher, wherein we can see that he turned a little emotional, and also he started to feel choked towards the end, that it was his last day of French teaching. He'd be then unemployed, though he had served for 40 years. He will have no chance to teach French in his own country, France. Okay, so that is such a sad part. So he was all choked with emotions. He did not say a word. He just wrote on the blackboard, that is La Vive France, that is long live France. Okay, and he did not turn towards the students. He only had his back on the blackboard, and he just hinted through his hands that the class is dismissed, that is they could now go. So it was already 12, and he said that the class could now go. So this is one very emotional lesson, and also it has a parts of humor. Okay, so wherein the little boy realizes that it was his time to grow up and also serve his nation wherein in a day where his nation needed him, and also he realized the importance of his roots, of his mother tongue, of the national language that was used in their country, and how a strict teacher like M. Hamel also underwent a transition wherein we always had a kind of figure, you know, having a teacher with the iron ruler, and how his being was exposed, wherein he was very sensitive and he had great respect for his own culture, for the language that he taught. Okay, and how he turned emotional towards the last day of his class, towards the end of this lesson. Okay, so that's why the title, The Last Lesson. So this was it, students. And this is the entire core and the crux of this lesson. I'll be sharing the notes with you in Naresa's classes along with the question answers. Till that time, take care.